DMTombstone Live, Season 2, Episode 54. And action. Ugh. Hi, how's it going, YouTube? DM Tombstone Belts here with a brand new episode of DM Tombstone Live for you guys. And hopefully I get this thing working. I just got to check something real quick to make sure I got sound and audio. And if it works just fine, hopefully. But yeah. You guys know what I do, DM Tombstone Live. It's unsanctioned, uncensored. Anything that happens, happens. We try to keep it family friendly as possible. Yeah, so yeah, and if you are enjoying my live streams, make sure to hit the like button because I'll be keeping track of it right up there. Obviously, I see it, you guys don't. And yeah, and if you are new to my channel and want to know what I'm all about, especially with all those bad boys right behind me there, go check out my main channel. There's like they got somewhere close to around 700 some videos. And hold on one second, guys. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. There you guys, I'm close to 900 as it is. I think it's like a little bit under 20 or so. Hey, Pez, how are you? Welcome to the live stream, man. Yeah, excited to see you here, man. Hold on one second. Just gotta check one thing. Make sure that I got sound or not. Um, okay. Yeah, just give me 1 second, guys. I send a I send you guys a couple of invites. Just one. Let me just check something real quick. Just gotta check to see what if it's working or not. Just let me know if I got sound. Okay, it looks like I got sound. All right, that's good. Just waiting for Brother Kane and that Watermelon VRGT. Certainly, 67 CVV. Well, hello, Watermelon. Okay, looks like he's constantly gonna be sending messages in my Hey, look, Watermelon VR. I mean, it's nice that you're part of my live stream, but don't be blasting up my comments of garbage like that, you know. So, I'm at work on lunch and I have about 5 to 10 minutes, so I have to get back to work. Okay, no problem, man. I understand. But I'm also expecting someone else to be on my live stream in a bit as well. Hopefully, we're trying to do a collab together. I send him a link. Hopefully, he gets it. So, Brother Kane, I've chatted with. If he's watching this right now, hopefully you got my link, man, and hopefully you're able to join. Iram, early morning. Hey, Iram, welcome to the live stream, man. Oh, yeah, I'm so a little tired as well. Early morning. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's gonna probably be storming all day around here, so hopefully I don't lose power while I'm doing this type of stuff. Yeah, 1 second, folks. Yeah, I'm playing a bit of WWE 2K26 right now. Hey, Fish. Yeah, Ram. It's Pez. Yeah. So hold on, guys. Let me see. Yesterday SmackDown, guys. Yeah, the SmackDown was okay. I mean, I don't like the fact that how they have to make Gunther beat like that new Kyle Reese guy. It's just that he was on a big roll, and then to make him lose, oh yeah, it's just sucked. All right, guys, looks like finally adding person to my live stream. Hopefully, I'm on here. Guys, say hello to Brother Kane. Welcome to my live stream, Brother Kane. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, that's great, man. Finally, finally, we got somebody here to finally join me on my live stream. Last couple times we had like Dex on here. We had a guy here once, Jonathan Michael. He didn't talk much, but also we had Stephen Hammer on here twice. Finally, another guy, Brother Kane. And I say, man, it's been a long time waiting for this, but I'm glad to have you here join my live stream. And of course, gonna be playing a little bit of WWE 2K26 with me right now, playing Universe mode. Because I just got done playing all that My Rise and unlocking a ton of stuff on there.
How'd you like it?
Saying you played WWE 2K26 and you've seen most of your stuff on your channel. Guys, check it out on his channel, Brother Kane. He does gameplays on WWE 2K26 now, right?
Absolutely, and
And
still do now.
yeah. Well, I've been playing WWE games since SmackDown versus Raw and all that. Well, actually, no, it was before that. It was WWF SmackDown Just Bring It. And speaking of, pretty sure that you have seen my newest SmackDown tag belt,
I sure have.
which I say it was inspired by watching one of your videos of how you made yours. And I just thought, man, certainly I had to make my own because I always made the singles belts. And it's like, I got to eventually make a tag belt. And
Oh, of course.
I think I blew this one out of the water.
You did a phenomenal job on that. Really great job.
And speaking of and as well, like you've seen, guys, he's a previous winner of that belt right there, that WWF Undisputed version 2.
Absolutely, and still love to still carry it with me most of the time.
Yeah, and speaking of last night's SmackDown, I've seen as well that WWE Raw is going to be coming to Detroit, and if I ever go back to Detroit to win a main event, I mean, even though I get it, it's Raw, so I shouldn't bring this, but every new belt I make, I want to take with me just to give it an experience. Like, because I never brought a winged eagle to my homemade winged eagle to a main event yet, but I want to bring that and this to an event as well. Maybe even bring my homemade DMTombstone belt with me while I wear the shirt, so I at least put my stuff out there on Monday Night Raw. I'm not going to be like a big star. Yeah.
I was thinking of doing the same thing too, actually, because I know I went to one event and I didn't bring a title with me, and I probably should have brought this belt too as well. So I think the next time I go to one, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, I'll probably bring that belt with me.
Well, that's the thing. Like for most people, it's like they wouldn't mind bringing a replica belt with them, but I'm like, man, you spend like $400 to $500 on a belt, and you could risk it getting dropped down on the concrete floor, getting taken around, or even worse yet, like where I live near Detroit, it could risk being stolen.
Oh, I'd imagine.
I've done my work on that. Now makes them worth more because they like my my WWE belts up. So now they could be valued around near $900 to $1,000. I'm not risk taking those belts to an event where it could drop it or it could lose a stone or stuff like that. I'm not risking that.
Oh no,
that's
I
why
wouldn't.
That's why I say, thank God I got one of these. So now I could just bring a homemade one, and if something happens with it, I could always touch it up. Like a stone falls out, I could just get another stone on it. Or if the paint starts to strip off, I could just take it back home and repaint it. But these things hold up pretty well.
Oh yeah, they seem to. Especially the one that you gave me still holds up very well.
Well, yeah, because I make sure that the stones I put in my belts, I make sure they stay on there. I mean, most people think, oh, did you use glue? No. I use something like, it's close to like hot glue, or if not yet, I use like Gemtac or E6000. Those are the type of glues that would stick to it like a hot glue, and you have to like take a knife for that to pry that thing off. What was this?
Right.
Did you work hard to get them? What do you mean? Oh, here's Pez saying, just take it with you. I've seen people bring new events. Well, I have actually bought a WWE belt from an event before. I actually bought my red Universal when I was at the Hell in the Cell that one time. It was at Little Caesars Arena. And even that, I opened it up and found out there was a screw missing in the back. I'm like, man.
Oh no.
But luckily, I found a backup screw and I replaced it in that. But hey, even WWE can't get it mostly right. And that's the one part that sucks. Because I always wanted to get a replica, and now they don't have it on WWE Shop no more.
Not
I
that one
checked.
at least. Not even the
Well,
Raw one.
no,
They don't have the Raw World Tag Team titles either.
they don't have any of the Ruthless Aggression tags on there.
Oh no, not at all.
Now they
And they
got
doing
the
Honor?
now they got the new tags. They're saying now
Exactly.
they got the new tag. I have the new tag. Now I just need to get the world tag. And that's the one thing I'm not sure if I'll get anytime soon until I save enough money or do that payment plan thing. Because that belt
Exactly.
alone is like what, nearly $500.
Yeah, literally.
Seriously.
Wait.
Do you guys think that Shinsuke Nakamura have any future in WWE? Well, he's been around for how many years now? Over a decade now?
At least.
I'm saying he was in there when during NXT time. I'm saying he's got some future. It's just that I guess it's just how they plan him out, like TKO and that how
Yeah.
they did with Kairi Sane and Asuka.
Exactly. It just depends on how they use them or utilize them in WWE.
But then again, they could be claiming that they're just racist, and I'm like, I'm not so sure about that. But I can maybe see it to other people's point of view. I mean, think how many WWE champions do you know that were black compared or Asian or anything like that compared to the white champions? I
There's
mean,
been a few of them.
that's what I'm saying. You could count as many as those type of champions that aren't white on one hand, or
Right.
not yet both hands, but the others, all of them are usually white. But
Literally.
I get that was back in the day, and it's
Right.
a rarity to see someone like that was a different race and color to be a champion. That's why when if you ever watched Dark Side of the Ring and that, they talked about like how Tony Atlas could have been the first black WWE champion, but he screwed
Yep.
up and wanted to go be stepped on for that thing. That guy was a
I remember
weirdo for
that.
me. I mean, I'm not saying I have no
Mhm.
hatred against people like that, but I'm thinking, man, that guy had a weird finish.
No, you're not wrong either at all. I believe you 100%, and he should have.
I mean, he should be a champion. But sometimes
See, Pez.
with people that have that type of thing where it's like, man, I'd rather just have be stepped on than be a champion. He made a wrong decision.
Oh yeah, very
And
wrong
they had to
decision.
wait. Yeah, because I think after just they had a champion, like a Hispanic one, Pedro Morales. So
Yep.
literally he was the first non Caucasian champion. But as well, there's the Iron Sheik, another one. He's Iranian. But it's like they're not of dark skin like Tony Atlas or Mark Henry or The Rock in them. Rock, I think he was actually, I think if I know about it, I think The Rock's actually the only person I know that would be considered as the first black WWF champion, if I'm not mistaken, because he's half black and half Samoan.
Right.
Because that's
Yeah.
the only one I know. Because Mark Henry wasn't one. I mean, unless
No.
the first ever African American world champion was Ron Simmons for WCW. But then
Right.
again, I'm thinking, did that happen before or after The Rock? Because I think The Rock became the champion in Survivor Series in 1999, I
99.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying. Then Ron Simmons became world champion somewhere in the 90s when it wasn't the big gold, it was that 91-94 championship. So yeah, I think
Right.
actually Ron Simmons is the first. But if
I
it
believe
wasn't for
so.
Ron, I say if it wasn't for Ron Simmons, see you guys. Oh yeah, all right. See you, Pez. If it wasn't for Ron Simmons, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have The Rock. We wouldn't have Booker T. We wouldn't even have, you know, Mark Henry and all of them be the world champion. We didn't even have Kofi Kingston or Big E be a champion. Speaking of, how'd you feel about them getting rid of the New Day?
Not obviously not surprised, but they probably should have utilized them a lot better.
I feel
Honestly.
like I'm pretty sure of it. If my if I would say this, if it
Mhm.
wasn't for the fact that Big E had to retire because of his broken neck, if
They
he was
probably.
still wrestling, I'm pretty sure of it, we would still have the New Day.
Oh yeah,
Because I think
absolutely.
the New Day would not have probably never turned heel.
Nope.
And but then again, they were what multi-time world tag team champions.
Right.
And I think now that the only time you get to see them now is on the WWE game because they're still in the game before they released them. But I think it's just because the fact TKO is just it's really screwing with WWE a
Big
lot.
time.
Because I like
A
the New
lot.
Day, even if they gone heel. I like
Right.
the Wyatt Six. Why they get rid
Yep.
of them? Because apparently they said they're not into the creepy type vibe thing. So I'm saying, wait a minute. So you're saying if the Undertaker never retired and was still in WWE doing the
They
dead man
probably
thing, you probably would have released his ass too?
Yep. They probably would have released him. Kane too.
Yeah, they're saying, like, man, you don't like the creepy vibe stuff. I was like, you forget TKO. This is a company where you mix both fight the UFC and WWE. And I say TKO's got to step out of the the roster or talent type of department. Just run the company. Don't worry about who you got to hire and fire because that should not have been none of their business anyway. I mean, lucky enough,
Exactly.
we finally got the ability to go to show because they're lowering ticket prices.
Oh yeah.
And that's what
Which
I'm
is
saying. I'd
crazy.
be glad if I could able to go to Raw in Detroit. It'd be like first time I'd go on Netflix. I wish I would have gone the last time, but wasn't ready for it. Ticket prices were expensive.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing the same thing too, but yeah, prices were ridiculously high.
I
But
was saying like
I,
before, because when I went there before many times before, it was like $200 was like perfect price for two people, if that. Now it's like
literally,
you can't even barely even get into the damn building. It's like $300 to $400 or something. I don't know. I haven't checked the last time, but I'm saying like at least lower the ticket prices because at least they say they want families coming back. Well, finally someone slapped some sense in the TKO's board of directors because that's stupid.
I hope so. I mean, the best you probably
Because
get is nosebleed seats.
yeah, and the thing because WWE was a multi-billion-dollar company, and it probably grew more when it merged with UFC and that, but once you start to realize you're not going to get as many sales when your ticket prices are so high and you're not filling out arenas and you got to start letting superstars go, you realize there's something happening with the company. Like, it's not the same. That's why I say good thing that WWE joined up with UFC to create TKO, but leave the creativity or basically leave the companies alone.
Right.
Something that like simple fact, if you don't know what WWE was about for the past 60 years, be happy the fact that it's part of your new big combination company of TKO and just leave it alone. Just be the fact that
Right.
you run the damn thing and say, look, you do you and I'll do me. Do whatever you want. Simple as that. And then if they
Exactly.
did it simply like that, for sure it would probably be bigger than ever because nowadays it's nothing but product placement. They
That's literally
put
all it is.
they literally slap logos onto everything. It's on the
Every,
turnbuckles. Imagine you getting your head smacked into a Prime logo turnbuckle.
try not
Or
to
it's
laugh at
like,
that.
and yet to think, oh, I'm going to get power bombed on the mat that literally is getting my face scraped into the mat that has a Dodge Ram logo on it.
Right.
I mean, I get if
It's,
it has the WWE logo in the middle. I'm
right.
cool because you're companyizing your brand, but when it's other brands, now you're gonna get slammed through a Slim Jim table. It won't be long until we see, I don't know, dude wipes chairs.
Just crazy.
I
And
mean,
they
to the
probably should
point.
have just taken that off.
I mean, and as well, they are watching pay-per-views. I remember watching the stuff on the WWE network. That was a thing where everyone could watch it. They only $10 a month.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. Then they went to
Right.
Peacock and went,
Exactly.
okay, if you got Peacock, you at least still watch it
Right.
normally. But now
It's not
there's
bad.
like now it's like, oh, now we join up with ESPN. Now you got to pay
Yeah.
$30 a month just to watch a
Just
PLE
to
on
watch.
ESPN if you're in the United
Mhm.
States. But if you got
Oh
Netflix
no.
internationally, you can watch it fine there, which I don't mind. But then again, what about we have Netflix in the US? You can't watch it till
You
after
watch
the
it.
game. Unless you got
Exactly.
a VPN and you could just switch your location to somewhere out of the US and there you go. But then again, it's like, then you got to pay more for the VPN.
Anybody doing that?
No.
That's
I mean,
that's
some
doing
people
too
may
much.
have a VPN and stuff like that. That's just stupid.
Right. And
Loving Baby J10. Remember me? Yeah, I remember you. Oh, anyway, let me get back to doing this.
what match you playing?
Yeah, playing universe mode right now, and it's a tag match. Me and Carmelo Hayes versus the Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay, so you're doing what show are you on, Raw or SmackDown?
I'm on SmackDown.
Okay, interesting. Nice. I guess while you're doing that, so tomorrow marks my ninth year doing YouTube. So
Oh,
I figured,
well, I'm surprised, man. I've been doing this for 9 years because I'm thinking by January, I think it's January 14th, I think of next year, will actually mark
you'll
my
be
10th year here on YouTube. And I'm surprised
that's
the fact 10 years here on YouTube, and I'm close to 900 right now. And I'm not even near halfway of the month yet, or the year yet.
literally. But
Yeah.
it's crazy to
I
see how
mean,
far we've come.
yeah. I mean, last year was my biggest year yet because I got over 300 plus subscribers in 1 year alone. And now they think I'm getting close to 1,000, but yet it seems like now it seems it's gone a little bit slower now to get to 1,000
Yeah.
this time. They have now been what 5 months in, and I'm already getting just inching my way up to 900. But I'm just happy the fact that I keep getting more subscribers and more people to my channel because I want to grow my channel more. I mean, if
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't for
absolutely.
people like you, for like Pez that were Dex, if it wasn't for Dex, I wouldn't even never thought of doing this live stream stuff at all. And the thing I've done that, and I've done more for this channel. I'm surprised I've even was able to leave my house and go meet some wrestlers. I met Matt and Jeff Hardy, have them sign my SmackDown tag belt, and that's pretty cool. I have had the rare opportunity to even meet Hulk Hogan before he passed away, and that was a thing. And yeah, and I say that when I do this YouTube stuff, I've just tried to be me, and I just show off my creativity and give people a chance to test me. Like you and every other subscriber to my channel said, "Oh yeah, make this type belt, make that type belt." When I first started, I said I probably would never made an undisputed title because it was more too difficult for me to make. But then I tested myself. I was like, you know what? I want to give it a try. And then you see now I've made like what 4 or 5 of them, and
At
you
least.
own one of them. And I'm
Yep.
saying, man, I tested myself. And eventually, dude, I was going to say, what about the big gold? Make the big gold. And it's like I haven't gotten to that point yet to make that thing because first of all, it's like it's got to be a one. Like it's not going to have a bunch of cut out design things like my other previous belts, like the Winged Eagle, all them. Like it has add-on
Right.
pieces. It's going to be one solid plate, and all that floral design in that. That's all mostly going to be puff paint. But if I do get to it, I will give it a shot. But in the meantime, I'm just going to be sticking to what I can handle. I never done an undisputed. I never done a hardcore. I haven't even done the tag belt yet. But when I said I'm going to do it, I'm literally just. It's like I'm just going to go for it, go full throttle, and hope for the best. And sometimes when it comes out, I'm like, well, damn, I did it. And
Yep.
that's the thing
And
about me. Like, wait, what?
I said, oh yeah, and 9 out of 10, you usually always do a good job with making the belt that you make.
Oh yeah, I mean, they like even Jordan Ramsey. You've heard many times on my channel. He owns
Yep.
a couple of my belts. He owns 3 of them right now. He owns a gold winged eagle. He owns the my revisited WWE championship. Probably my best WWE spinner belt I've made. And then for sure
Wow.
you've seen it. And I'm saying like that was my best
Mhm.
one. And of course the white strap classic intercontinental he owns. I don't even have one of those. The ones I made, I given away to people that wanted them. I mean, if I ever make one again, I want it to be one I keep personally for myself. Because after all, it's one of the designs that, like I always was told by my person to someone from my family. They say
Mhm.
when you like for me, I always would keep an original. You never want to get rid of an original. I mean,
No.
I've given away the white strap Intercontinental original. I wish I shouldn't have. I could have made another one in that time, but you know, it wasn't my best one in the beginning. Then the second one came, it got better. Pretty sure enough, I make another one. It's going to be one that's add up to the wall, and obviously, I will not give away because
Right.
all of my
Exactly.
belts on my wall are some of them are originals. Like I still own the original WWE spinner in the U.S. spinner. my original WWF European, the first homemade European on YouTube. I still own that. I'm not giving that one up.
I remember
But yeah,
watching that video.
I was saying I made a lot of homemade belts, and I've gotten better over the years. It's like when I first started, it was just vinyl and cardboard with gold or silver duct tape. Then when I switched up to using mirror tapes, or yet learn how, or just flat plates, I didn't try to curve plates because it was a different type of material. But once I started to learn how to do the curve on them and hold the curve up, next you know, I can make the belts almost look like the real ones or a replica. And I'm surprised I was able to do that. And most people like I see on YouTube, don't make belts like those. Like
No,
every other YouTuber I see that does this, I mean, they would paint them gold, but the thing is, it's not reflected gold like an actual metal plate. It's like
no,
as I said, it's like it looks like a belt and feels like a belt, but it don't shine up like a real belt.
exactly.
And like I've seen like one guy that makes like the Undisputed Network logo belts. And I'm like, man, those plates are flat and they're literally paper thin. Like the real belts are not like that. I mean, good work. You did it to make it look like you could use it, but
Right.
thing is, man, not much design into it. And to say they don't add like the tooling design. Like me, I make my belts where it looks like you showed it has tooling in it, like the
Exactly.
puck paint around the borders in that. Like you've seen it that belt you own. Like I make
Yeah.
it look like the snap box has tooling in it. And eventually I want to move on up to more because they like I get this stuff at the local Hobby Lobby, and I see now they have leather and the tools to add the tooling in the leather. I'm like, if I get that next step, my next homemade belt, I'm going to use real leather. Or not yet, I'd re-leather my own WWE belts, which I'm surprised.
Exactly.
Like, and speaking of WWE belts, you have any real WWE belts in your collection, or not real, like replicas or stuff like that?
Replicas, yes. I have a few replicas that I have with me. One of them is this World Wrestling Federation Championship belt.
Oh, is that like an official replica, or is that like a bootleg, as some people would say?
No, it
Like for me,
is.
I'd rather call it an unlicensed, like I call it an unlicensed replica. Like, and I wouldn't say the word bootleg. I would just call it like an unofficial replica.
Yeah, so that one.
Yeah, because I'd say I got that one too right here. I just got my other one replaced and gave that one away and got this one. And I gotta say,
Okay.
this one's a lot better than my old one. And that's the thing too. Like for me, do you always have that feeling like one of your belts they don't look as good as the previous one? So you always
Mhm.
thought if I ever get it replaced, I just get a replacement for it.
Yeah, I always feel that way. Always.
Like that's why I said like I got this one and it beats the old one out the water. Like even my WCW TV title, I got that one replaced. I still
Hmm.
have the old one. Eventually, we'll give it away once I reach 1,000 subscribers. So anyone that's watching, let it be known. Once I hit 1,000, that giveaway, I want to give away that old WCW TV title because I given away the old Winged Eagle to my nephew, who's a big wrestling fan too. And
Yeah.
my brother tells me, man, he wore that thing around like for an hour and just enjoyed it, had it hanging up. I'm like, I'm glad he enjoys it because I say I enjoyed this one too because I say this thing looks beautiful. Has the
Oh
WWF
yeah.
logo tooling on it. Only problem is for some belts has this rough edge on it. I wish the guy could have smoothed it out, but I still love this belt a lot better than the old one. Probably
Is
won't
that
even
the
get this
white?
one replaced.
Is that the white scratch logo, or is that the golden scratch logo?
It's the white scratch logo.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Thing is, I don't know what like I know there's like different versions of this one. I even
Right.
tried to ask the guy if I get the blue suede backing one, but he just did regular black leather. And I don't know if this
Oh,
one's accurate to any of the ones that were on TV because this one's like a 2x5, where the original I think is like a 2x6.
yeah, I
But
believe so.
I mean, there was a version I think Stone Cold won at WrestleMania X7 that it was a 2x5 and a 2x8. But then again, this one still looks good. And two, if a 2x6, I'm surprised the damn thing would barely fit in my cabinet. But yeah, I say, like, for me, as a big, huge wrestling fan, you got to collect the belts. I mean, to some people that are not a big wrestling fan like me, at least have one.
Right. At least one
Yeah,
for the most
yeah,
part.
yeah. Because I know you were growing up in the Attitude Era, right? That's the reason why you had the Big Eagle belt,
Yep.
right? And as well, like to some, like Stephen Hammer, you've seen him, right? Like you check out his channel,
Yeah.
like his old dude. He was in the era of Hulk Hogan. Now he was saying he's older than me,
Oh,
but not saying it's a bad
the
thing.
golden era.
Yeah, but say the big guy was a fan of the era where they had the Winged Eagle thing. I was there when I came about. The Winged Eagle was still around for at least 2 years before they gave it the old heave ho and went to the Big Eagle.
Right.
Yeah, but I said like for me, I like certain belts, like the big gold belt. I like that. Depending if it's the WWE version or the WCW version. Really, it don't matter. I just like the design of it, and it just reads of world title. But I still add them to my collection. Then I'd met Ric Flair with the WWE replica big gold. I wish I would have brought the Crumron one when I had it, but I didn't have it till
Was
after I met him.
he nice when you met him? Or
Oh yeah, he was real. Oh well, the first time I met him, he was real nice. I wish I would have had him sign my belt, but there he wasn't signing. When I met him the second time, to me, he wasn't that talkative, but I can understand that when you go through a lot of people's signatures, obviously. Like most of the
you get
wrestlers and
tired?
people I met, they were real nice people. Like Kevin Nash, he was okay, nice guy. Uh, Jerry the King Lawler, great guy. I chatted up with him, talked about him and all that. Like I was surprised. I was telling him, like through your time of wrestling, I'm surprised you were the wrestling king of Memphis. As there was
Yep.
another king of Memphis, Elvis. And I
Yeah,
was telling
that
him about that. Like I'm surprised they never had a match with you versus Elvis. And he told me actually we would have that, but he died before they even did anything about that. I'm like, really? I didn't
Oh,
know about it until I saw it on the YouTube channel where he was talking about it, like how he almost met or he was gonna face Elvis for the undisputed like crown of King of Memphis. I'm like, man, that is just. And then I've seen those memes. Like I've seen this one thing on Facebook. Guy literally uses AI to bring like Mean Gene to interview
really?
Elvis in a WWF thing, and how he does like how Elvis does like a karate thing, smacks Mean Gene down. Like man, this is funny as hell. If only this really happened. Like he's just talking to Mean Gene, then he throws up a hand and smacks Mean Gene down and still talks. I'm
Really?
like, man, he never broke a sweat slapping Mean Gene, but I know Mean
Oh
Gene would have
no.
probably slapped. Like, man, all right. Well, anyway, say, let's start with a little bit of question. Like, say, what got you into doing, like, being a wrestler? How did it all start with you? So at least my fans would know.
So for wrestling, how I got into it
Yeah.
is
Well, Aunt Millie's Bread. Who is this? If you don't know who this guy is, he's a big, huge wrestling fan. He does YouTube. His name is Brother Kane.
yep, nice
He's
to
a good
meet
old
you.
friend of mine. Yep, he's a good old friend of mine in that. And check out his channel. He does mostly involved with wrestling, and he does gameplays on WWE 2K26. So check him out. Anyway,
Yep.
continue.
So
So what?
it was pretty much something that my mom was, watching, and I was probably about like maybe 4 or 5 at the time. I literally went up to the TV and I started watching it, getting into it, and I kid you not, I was stuck in front of the TV just watching it. Are you
Ah,
serious? My bad. I'm reading the comment that she just put on here. Looks like a jabroni.
oh, and I think he's a fellow guy that I wrestled with back in the day of UWW.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, we chatted before in the previous live streams. He's a good. I think the one who does Aunt Millie's Bread was a guy who works. That I worked with the UWW guys. If you guys don't know, check out the YouTube channel United Worldwide Wrestling. There's 4 videos of it up there, but also check out my main channel. I did post some clips of us doing those UWW wrestling matches,
Oh, okay,
or
nice.
Bad Dan and all that. And I say doing those wrestlings, I say being a part of the wrestling while watching it, I
Yeah,
gotta say, when I actually did it, it was a hell of a adrenaline rush. It was a thrill ride. The UWW staff is happening soon. The
good times.
return is happening. Oh,
Oh,
No, so maybe there's a chance that Bad Dan may make a return.
I'm gonna have to check that out for sure then.
Well, yeah, because I said I still own some of my gear. I still own like the pants. I just need to probably get a new tank top shirt. And I still own the mask. And I hope
Really?
eventually to maybe rechange up the Bad Dan character to be more like himself. But that's a due time if we ever do it. I mean, if I ever get back into the ring, because after the little bit of the arm situation from previous year, it's going to be a little difficult. But I'm willing to take the chance and try to move on up and be bigger into the wrestling. But yeah, so you were saying mostly it was just when you were like a little kid, wrestling just came on, and next you know you were just glued to the TV and just haven't changed since.
Pretty much. I mean, obviously, I had the toys around that time too as well. Now, YouTube wise, how that came about was obviously if those who've watched my channel from the first time I've done it, I've done Spider Man. That's where I started from. Kind of just figuring out the audience, figuring out what would fit best for my channel. And I guess at
Yeah,
some
I
point,
mean, Spider Man. Don't get me wrong, Spider Man is cool. Thing. I own a
oh
Spider Man costume. I mean, it don't fit me for sure because I'm too big of a guy, but it'll fit my brother. He's a guy, and he can do some flips and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, like me, when I started, it was because my family actually recorded VHS tapes of the old Attitude Era. Like we had like WrestleMania 15 on VHS and the 1999 Backlash. I enjoyed the Backlash
oh
99
yeah,
version. Like watching Mick Foley first Big Show in that Boiler Room Brawl. The only one that, so far as I know, that actually used glass as a weapon,
still
unless you're throwing them through a window, because they don't use like light tubes in that like UWW does. Or
no
no, AEW.
W
Now I
yeah
got confused.
AEW.
Yeah, AEW uses glass in that as a weapon, kind of like those indie backyard death match circuits.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
like
they use a lot of
and
those.
WWE don't want to do it because there's risk involved of hurting like fans in that because when glass explodes, it shoots everywhere. And they
Right.
did. AEW take the risk. If they say themselves in the warnings, if you sit in the front row and stuff that happens like that, you are taking a risk.
Exactly. Of getting hit.
I mean, well, then again, back in the day when you touch a fan or a fan touches a wrestler, of course you got involved with that incident. Like you realize you doing stuff like that, there's a chance a wrestler could turn around and slap the out of you.
Oh yeah, real quick. Wouldn't even see it coming.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say you did collect the toy belts too, right?
Ye- uh, I didn't collect those until I think like maybe 2001, but I only had the WWF World Heavyweight title. That was the only one I had at
Uh,
that time.
ah, as I said, like for me, I didn't start collecting the toy belts too when it was like the early 2000s, like 2001 and that as well. When I was only maybe 9 or 10 when during our birthdays, we my brother got the toy undisputed belt. I got the toy world heavyweight belt, and he always wanted the heavyweight belt, and I was like, no, it's mine, mine, man. and yet, and it's funny and it was the Jack Specific foam belts before they went to
Yes.
Mattel. I gotta say, the Jack Specific belt, the World Big Gold of that, it was more designed off the WCW version. They just posted the WWE logo on top because the side plates were still flat and the design
Yeah.
was more closed in. But when it went to Mattel, it was more like the WWE's version.
Exactly. Now,
And
I
I'm
love the Jack
surprised.
Pacific belts.
Yeah, like I still own a ton of my toy belts in my collection. They're still in my collection. So I actually got
Wow.
more belts than I. That's why I call myself Damn Tombstone Belts because I got more belts actually like than you see because like I got my whole duffel bag here full of the toy belts from the Jack Pacifics all the way to the Mattel ones.
Yeah.
I stopped collecting the Mattel ones probably after I started getting the real ones and the replica and my
Yeah.
homemade version. Like I think I don't own like the newer versions of the Intercontinental US or whatever belts they have now into the toy versions.
Oh no,
But
not
I
at
do
all.
wish to get back to them to do it. But yeah. But as I said, you ever once thought of doing like as a kid when you were watching wrestling, you ever thought like maybe I should try to do wrestling if you had like a friends or brother that were into it? Like for me,
I did.
when I started me and my own brothers did our own backyard wrestling. We called it
Oh my
UCW, Ultimate Championship Wrestling, before we met the UWW guys. I was saying, you
Okay.
ever had that thought in your mind? I was like, maybe I just got to give this wrestling thing a try.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's pretty much almost every kid that watched wrestling always wanted to try to do it. And I've done it, but I've only had my sisters. My brother was very
Wow.
young, so I didn't try to do that with him.
Oh, so it's more like an intergender type matches with you and your
Yeah,
sisters.
exactly. Unfortunately. But
Well, hey,
obviously,
yeah,
still, obviously didn't really try to hurt them in any way possible, of course. But, we still had fun trying to wrestle each other and win championship belts and all that stuff.
yeah. Well, think of it, like for us, I was a big I was like the world champion in UCW and that. And when we met up with the UWW guys and then when we came back, I was surprised if I was ever going to be a champion in their group. But then I was like their last legacy champion before I switched to the hardcore champion, became their
Right.
first hardcore champion, and then beating President X to become the world champion, the last world champion. And I'm surprised I was able to do that. And they, they proved President X. He never suggested me to be a world champion. He didn't think I was world champion material, but everyone else was like, "This guy is great. This guy busted his ass. This guy's willing to take it," and I did. That's enough respect for me because I'm not saying I wanted to be the locker room leader to the people in UWW, but I literally tell them, "Look, you, I just here to do my job and do it and try to make everybody look good, and I'm pretty sure we can make this thing bigger than what it is." And then after we try to bring it back many times, I step forward into it. I'm like, look, man, let's do it like this. I want to see this thing grow.
Exactly.
like like for me, I like if Bad Dan does make a return as the champion, I feel
Mhm.
like it should be something different instead of being like a fan. Like you say, I wasn't a heel, I wasn't a face. It was more like a mix in between, kind of like Undertaker is. Some people like him, some people don't. But I'm saying he wasn't a face, he wasn't a heel. It was kind of like an in between. That's kind of like what Bad Dan is. For me, I want to switch his character up to where I want him to ditch the mask because some people say when like and I've met like I talked with Stephen Hammer. He'd done wrestling as well, and how he chats many
Okay.
times about people that work in a mask and that you work in a
Mhm.
mask so you could so in case you know if you're green as the term slang is for the fact
Mhm.
you starting off in wrestling you're not that good at it no one would care because no one would see your face and be like man that guy's the worst wrestler there is they won't know who he is because he's wearing a mask but if I
Exactly.
build up my character enough to where I'm good at it and I could work more into it, I want to say I want to change my character up. I want him to lose the mask and be more of this darker, meaner character. Literally, I want it's not I'd say like a heel type thing where he basically drops everyone. And he's like telling them like he beats more truth to the words, like saying these people never liked me. They say I would never be a world champion material. That they would put me under a mask, call me Bad Dan, the Death Machine. Well, I'd have to prove them wrong. Mask or not, I busted my ass in this ring. I have bled in this ring. I even got thrown off a garage into a pile of garbage in order to win your respect. And you know something? Even when I won this belt, you guys still don't show the amount of respect I get. Is it
So it's
because the
almost like
fact yeah, as I say, that's like my feel to it. Like my character,
no,
how he would do a promo. It's like, is this the reason why you guys doubt me? Because I am better than all of you. And yet, you guys been doing this longer than I have. The fact that I am rusty, I haven't been in the wrestling ring for 6 long years. And yet, here I am, still the last UWW World Champion, and I still don't get the exact same respect. No one ever looks at me. All they see is the man behind the mask. Well, not no more. And I just throw the mask away. Like, now you see the real Bad Dan. No, Not even Bad Dan. You see Daniel Meade. And this time, you think I'm going to be bad? You haven't seen nothing yet. And that'd be like how you start a new layer of my character. Or Bad Dan
Exactly.
was the old me. Now I'm be more fierce, be more into just attacking people just because they are in my way. Like I see my changing of the character like that.
So it's almost like your character just snapped instantly.
Yeah, I would
Is
say
what
so
it,
because that's the thing. Like when we were gonna do it, they were gonna make it where I come back as the old champion, but we need a new
right,
champion, and I would get close to it, but then we'll lose it at the end, and I'll be like, give the guy respect, but then it would attack him, and then
there
that's
you
when the
go.
whole character thing changes. But
That
like I
sounds like
said,
a really good concept.
yeah, as I was saying, like, and like, you've seen those previous videos of me with the character of Bad Dan. A lot of people's like, oh, this guy's just another like a wannabe Undertaker, but it's like I try not to want to be like the next Undertaker. That was just because I was a big fan of him. Say it, Tombstone belts. But it's because I'm trying to build my character up. You want to see
Right,
what your character could do. Like for me, I don't see myself being the one that would do like high flying, like cruiserweight stuff because
right,
I was already had a bad wing as it is. I don't want to risk more injury trying to do like stuff that I know I'm not comfortable with. That's what I said.
right.
You do
Exactly.
stuff. That's why I said I became more of like a brawler type guy. Guy would do more striking than slams and tosses and stuff like that. And of course, as well, I was saying if I build up my character enough to where I ditch the mask, there's a chance eventually they may make it to where I may be able to draw like start doing what they some of them do. They do what they call juicing or give color, which you probably
Oh,
already should know what that slang means. It means to bleed. I had never
mm-hmm.
bled before in with them in UWW because it'd be hard to see me bleeding if I'm wearing a mask. And two,
Yes.
it was probably soaked in the mask, and that mask would smell. Ugh.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Nah.
But I say those guys have done crazy stuff. Some of their channels, they actually had used light tubes before, and I'm like, my brother looked at me and was like, "Man, they start doing light tubes on you, you're gonna be feeling that. You'd be crazy." And I would get that because hey, they don't. It's not like you can break the light tube and empty out the fluorescent stuff in it. That stuff's going to be in the air. So your
Oh
best
yeah.
bet, like like for me, you're just risking the chance of having that stuff absorb into you. Two, you're breaking glass on you. You get cuts, and that stuff's going to absorb into those cuts. And I've seen a
Oh
thousand
yeah.
ways to die. I've seen that stuff. But that's what I'm saying. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
man, best bet not use fluorescent glass unless you can find a way to empty that stuff out. If it's just glass itself, once you add the powder in
Right.
that, you're gonna risk someone to get like mercury poisoning or something. I mean, I've been slammed on thumbtacks and that sucked.
Oh, I
I
can
mean,
imagine.
well, they like first off, it's not like what you see on TV. They didn't all stick into me. It was only like a
Right.
few here and there. Even though I landed on it, it didn't feel bad when you slam on them. But then after a while, it feels like there's a little stinging pain in the lower back, and every now and then I
Right.
get. It feels like someone just like took a I don't know like 100 grit sandpaper just they're like
Just
that
cut you.
stinging pain to it.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
But like I said, like I've done thumbtacks, and I believe me, it was still a fun thing to do. And then I was like saying, all right, I ain't getting slammed on thumbtacks unless you get slammed on them too. Because they
There
were
you
saying,
go.
yeah, we want you to do the thumbtack stuff. I'm like, okay, well, someone else going to do it with me. And there's like
Yep.
President X, like, okay, since I bring it in, I'll go first. So like, thank God you're going first. Yeah, how he does it, slam him on it. Then next, I'm next, and it's like, yeah, because I've been through a lot of that stuff, and the thing, I actually never gotten, I would say, been physically like or badly hurt when I do it with them. I mean, now and then I feel like an ache and pain from them, but then again, it goes away. I normally would say I never done anything so bad where I actually got hurt. Even though some of the
Oh,
matches
okay.
you've seen them, how crazy it'd be. Like I got slammed through a wooden door and had maybe little jagged, like those old hollow doors back in the day before they
Yep.
even like some of my doors that I have now. It's kind of like those. They're hollow, like pine wood type doors. I got slammed through those. I got slammed 2 ladders, and they because like pretend like it ached my ribs, like it hurt my ribs. I mean, those were real ladders I was going through. Then to get slammed off the garage on a would I could make a table, which was 2 fold, a ladder, and a plywood board
Oh
on top of it.
god.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
when I saw that, this dust comes out, and you hear the guys go, "Oh shit!" And they were trying, and they were checking on me to see if I was good. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, I'm good."
Just need a
And I
minute.
just, well, no, I could have
Oh,
got up any time. It's just that they thought, "Oh, damn, he really must be hurt," because they had just when you get slammed like that, you think it would hurt, but to me, I guess I could just take a hit and keep going.
that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, hey, it should be a good thing because if you can't get back up after that, that means someone did something wrong. You
Oh,
want to make
yeah,
sure you,
exactly.
yeah, to on more of this, and as well, like say, when you first started watching wrestling, it was during the time when WCW and ECW were around. You ever watched, had a chance to watch either of those, or were you just WWE fan through and through?
Pretty much a WWE fan through and through.
So
I
you never
would
had a
have.
chance to see WCW or ECW at the time?
Nah, not at that time. No, I wish I would have. That would have been absolutely perfect just to kind of see different wrestling companies and promotions and all that stuff, and kind of see how.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching WWE at the time. I mean, I didn't watch most of it because it was on at Mondays and that. I will say was watching more of SmackDown than I was with Raw until I started seeing what Raw was on. Then I will watch that. Then I'm like, man, why did I miss out on Raw when I could have had a chance for that?
Right.
I, and then I missed so much. And then years later, now here I am. I watch Raw, I watch NXT, I watch SmackDown, and now I've started watching AEW and TNA. Now I got a whole week's worth watching wrestling, and it's like I never had a chance to watch this stuff when it was on. Okay, because the other people's like saying, "Why don't you watch Ring of Honor too?" And that I'm like, "Well, if I know what channel it's on,
Then I can
or
watch
like
it.
NWA, like you hear those stuff." It's like, if they already got a whole week's worth, and sometimes I hate it when they switch them to like where like TNA is on the exact same time when they do Collision on a special occasion on Thursdays. I'm like, man, I can't switch in between those,
Oh no.
especially if I'm at work.
Right. Exactly. Can't do that. Doesn't work that way.
Yeah. So as many times I may have to miss an hour or so of one thing to go to the other. But it's like one's like a 3 hour event. I'm like, okay, at least I still have an equal amount of time. It's like no problem. And that's to say, I like to watch AEW a little more than I would watch TNA, even though I know TNA is a little helping out with WWE.
Right.
But to say I was watching, just say nobody got me into watching TNA until I started hearing people like, "Yeah, man, you gotta watch TNA." And then when I see TNA is working with WWE, it's like, well, damn, I gotta watch it now. But
E-
it's because now it was on a channel that I didn't know before they moved it to AMC, and I was like, wow. Finally, now I can watch them all on simple channels and be fine with that.
Exactly.
And like, there's other people that were like, "Oh no, I never watched WWE." Like Hazard F5. You ever hear about him? He's
Yep.
another big. He started watching He was more into WCW than he was with WWE. And I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, I understand that. Some people started with
Right.
one or the other. Many times you
Right.
couldn't do it both because Nitro was on the exact same time as Raw. And they
Yep.
also had Thursday Night Thunder, which was around the exact same time as SmackDown.
Hold on.
And it's like you couldn't watch one or the other. And they had some people like watch WCW because they were live all the time. And it was more realistic. WWF at the time, it was all taped. And there's all these characters in that.
Right.
But then all changed when Tony Schiavone said Nitro that they were going to Mankind win the World Heavyweight title on WWF. Everyone switched to see Mankind win that title, and they never looked back since.
Nope.
But yet, I say, if you would have known about WCW, Was there a chance you probably would have watched that more than WWF? Because I'm pretty sure that I would still stick to WWF just because I was growing up with that and I like the Undertaker. There was no Undertaker character for WCW.
No, not at all. Now Sting obviously would have been one of those ones that I would have watched and seen more of at that point because
Well,
it's a
because he
more
got into
nostalgic.
that pro like phase.
Yeah, that
I'm surprised that he never even
that era.
changed back after that. Like
No,
he stuck to that. Because in the beginning I think it was because he was too much of like an Ultimate Warrior vibe thing. And
yeah,
then
the
he's
colors
like,
too.
I want to be something different. But that's
If
the
I'm,
thing, like, but then again, it was funny.
Mhm.
I think, but then again, didn't Sting come first before Ultimate Warrior did?
I don't know because that Sting
That's what I'm
came
thinking. I'm
around
like,
what? That was like the mid
well,
'90s, I
Ultimate
believe.
Warrior came about in the '90s, and as I
Or was
say,
that the?
that's a hard choice because Sting was around when the Chromewine belt was, and that was around in the like late '80s. So I
Oh
think
wait, okay,
Sting
late
might have
'80s.
been doing it first. But I guess the thing is, they keep confusing him with Ultimate Warrior, so I think he
Yeah.
might have to change up. But then again, it's like, then you copy the Undertaker, a guy in a black trench coat that doesn't say much. Only thing that's different, you're wearing a face paint, making it look like Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Right, exactly.
But hey, it worked because hey, a lot of people wanted to see, and that's the one thing. What are your thoughts of this? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people talking about it. Don't you
Okay.
think they should have done Sting versus the Undertaker?
I've been saying that since day one. They should have done that. That'd have been the absolute perfect dream match
Yeah,
right
because
there.
that's the thing. That was the probably would have been the biggest battle like of the Monday Night Wars. They said Sting versus Triple H was the one thing of WCW versus
No,
WWE. Like, no,
no, no,
Triple
no,
H
no.
was an icon of WWE. He's a great
No.
guy,
But
but when
if
you look at icon versus icon with Sting, the only one
you
that's
gotta put
equivalent to
Taker,
him is Undertaker.
Taker,
And
gotta
I
put
think
him.
now, but now, only way you can do that is in a video game.
Literally,
Because now they're both too old and they're out of shape and they're retired from that. But I say if there was
exactly.
a chance they could go one more time, I say people want to see Undertaker versus Sting.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think out of all of that, that one would be a hard choice to go for because I do like Sting, but I'm an
But
Undertaker fan at heart. And but I say if you're gonna do a battle like that, and it depends on where they go, it depends on who gets
mhm,
the edge. Like if it's WrestleMania, oh, I think Undertaker may
Undertaker,
have Sting's number. But if it's anywhere else, Sting may have a chance.
yeah, probably
But if I say it also depends on the matchup as well. Like
that too.
imagine on the cell.
Oh,
I
that'd
gotta
be
give
the
that edge
perfect
to Undertaker.
Undertaker. Mm-hmm. Oh
Well,
yeah,
hell, if anything
absolutely.
like that. But as I say, if it's a match where it requires a weapon where Sting can use his bat, that's what I'm
Then
saying. Then Undertaker may have a, then Sting may have a chance. But I'm saying that any other matches that favor Undertaker, say like a Buried Alive or a casket match, Sting's gonna have to give up his stuff. But I'm just saying, I was more of an Undertaker fan over Sting, and that's what I say. I wish they would have done that because it's like, oh, finally seen Undertaker versus Goldberg and Sting versus Triple H. I'm like, you guys had them in the wrong
wrong.
spots.
Exactly.
Switch that
Wrong.
shit.
Wrong spot.
I mean, Undertaker versus Goldberg was pretty good until Goldberg got concussed and nearly ended Undertaker's career like that from making him land on
Yeah,
his head.
exactly. I was like, oh god, this is not going to be good. But
But I say, and wish it could have ended a lot better because I think he had to
a
beat
lot.
Goldberg with a choke slam. I'm like, nah, if it would have been a tombstone. But the thing was, Goldberg was so much out of it, he just couldn't even get him up to do a tombstone. And I'm like, man.
No.
And that's what it said. It brings that vibe to tell people like Goldberg wasn't that good of a wrestler at all.
No.
Especially when Bret Hart comes
No.
out to tell people he was
Aggressive.
just too aggressive and unsafe in the ring. Because of him,
Yep.
he gave Bret Hart the stroke and made him have to retire.
Yep.
And
I
I
remember
say,
that.
yeah, I was like, I wish I would have met Bret Hart because there was a chance he was here in my state of Michigan. I wish I would have met him, but never had the chance to because we were at SummerSlam. As I was
Uh,
saying, it's like saying you go to SummerSlam or you go meet these wrestlers. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, meet the wrestlers.
I hate that. The worst thing. It's, it's, it's like you got two of the best options, but you can only do one because you can't
One
afford both. And
exactly.
it's like why you? It's like I want to have the cake and eat it too, but you can't. I'm
Yep.
like, damn.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, I never been to a SummerSlam, and it's like the biggest
Nope.
PLE of the summer. They call it literally. And I'm like in Detroit. I'm like, we got to go to SummerSlam.
Got it.
Eventually, we may meet them down the line, and yeah, because Bret Hart's still around, Ric
I'd
Flair's still
imagine.
around,
Yep.
and all that. Luckily enough, I got Ric Flair's signature, so I'm good with that. I got Hulk Hogan's signature. I'm good with that. Only problem is, I wish Hulk Hogan would have signed my belt. Instead, he had to sign the damn beer case. Hey, a signature's a signature still.
Hey, can't go wrong with it. You know.
Yeah. Say, I'm not giving up any of that stuff. I'm surprised. Like, even when I met
Oh.
Mick Foley, as I said, I met
Yep.
Mick Foley. I had two choices for a belt for him to sign. It was either going to be my old Big Eagle belt I gave away, but I brought
Right.
out my homemade hardcore belt, and he actually signed
Ooh.
that. I'm surprised he signed that.
Did he ask you if
And
you made it?
yeah, I told him like, yeah, I made this myself. I was like, wow, man, that's some great work. And he actually signed it, said, "Have a nice day." I'm like, guys, it proves the fact that my work is somewhat special because it's been signed by Mick Foley.
Foley.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
my buddy of mine's got my original hardcore belt
Mm-hmm.
that I have given, like my very first hardcore belt I made. I gave it to him. But that
Right.
original, he said he had signed. I think he said he had Mick Foley sign that one too, but as well had RVD sign it. And I'm like,
Oh,
man, I think my own creativity work is being signed by wrestlers. It's proven the fact that my work is pretty damn good.
hell yeah, absolutely.
Because, like for me, like I got RVD's signature on my ECW belts. Like I'm glad to get some of my belts signed by wrestlers. The only
Oh
thing I
yeah.
have a grudge for is that for my big gold replica, the fact that it's signed by Booker T and Ric Flair. I wish I would have had that one re-leathered first before I signed it because the leather
Oh
strap on it is
yeah.
starting to fall apart.
That would have been
But
nice.
yeah, but that's what I say is like I wish I would have had that re-leathered. So at least if
Mhm.
I had them signed, I would not have to worry about replacing it.
Right.
Because like God forbid, it's like you want to get it re-leathered, but what are you gonna do with the strap since it's signed? It's like
Can't
obviously you
really
want
throw
to
that
have
out.
plates on it still because it's a belt. I mean, I got old straps I want to get rid of because I had my other belts
Re-leathered.
re-leathered. I still want some of those straps, and it's like they're only gonna do is be fun for somebody else to work with, not me, because I don't need that garbage
Right.
straps. Which, speaking of, I want to say this: like the Crown Jewel Championship they have on WWE Shop, they had it for like $2,000. I'm
Yeah.
thinking
So.
that thing, unless it's on a real leather strap and the
Yep.
stones are real,
Real. Won't be paying.
it may be worth it.
Oh.
But then again,
Yep.
two
Then
grand.
I'm not paying it. Mm-mm.
I mean, the
Oh no.
belt. I mean, the damn belt is huge compared to
It's
other
a big
belts in
belt.
WWE Shop. But I'm
Oh yeah.
thinking I have an AEW belt that's nearly a fraction, that costs nearly a fraction of that. And it has real stones. And it's been
Exactly.
plated 24 karat gold. And it's on a real leather strap.
Yeah,
I paid maybe
exactly.
what, $400 for them? I have a
Which is
rated
not.
R spinner that is accurate, that has the thickness and it weighs 15 pounds. I think
And
it
that
only maybe
has.
cost $600 to $700. Still a fraction
But
of that. And I'm thinking this is a
two,
WWE replica. And the
for two
chances are
thousand.
the stones are garbage
Yep.
and the strap is garbage. And people are
Exactly.
willing to pay $2,000 for the thing.
Oh no. Mm-mm. It better be worth this. All I'm gonna say.
Well, I say they had real belts that were made by Wildcat that were $5,000. I get that because it's a real belt. And
No.
it's literally like the one on TV. And the only thing
Right.
is it's not ring used. But it is a real belt. But now you have the Crown Jewel Championship for nearly $2,000. And if it's fake stones and it's a BS leather,
Oh.
I say it's not worth it. I
Oh,
say
it's
you go
definitely
the
not worth it.
bootleg route.
Yep. Might as well.
And that's what I said. Like that's what I tell people. Like many times when you can't afford the belts like a replicas, but you can do, and if you want to do payment plans, that's what I tried to do payment plans with them. And if there's belts that WWE Shop or AEW Shop don't have, you have to go that route.
Yeah.
I find them on eBay or Amazon or that stuff. And that's
Right.
why I say like there's still like there's some ruthless tags on eBay, but they're selling for like $500 or something like that. But I
Yep.
get that. But like many times I wouldn't mind going the alternate route. Alternate route's
Exactly.
probably a lot better. Because A, it feel more accurate to the belt. It
Right.
does have real leather.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And as well, like saying, like for me, I've done a lot of my own work on my own belt and I take a risk on them. When I first restoned my WWE Network logo belt, I was literally taking a risk on that because A, there was a chance I could have damaged my belt or busted it and it'd be like, ah, shit, now there it goes. But I'm
Right.
surprised I've done well with it. And now it's probably one of my most prized possessions. Hey, I fully 18 of my belts, and it's like I was just didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just taking a drill and just drilling holes into the plates and then gluing stones in them. Yeah. And I said probably like this one. This one's an unofficial, I call it an unofficial replica, but it looks
Yeah.
like a real damn belt. And this has
Right.
been done by I forgot who did it. I think this I don't know if this was Hassan or not, but whoever did it, I say this is literally like they just took this right out of WWE headquarters. Just took it right
Literally.
out of their because it's got the right tooling, it's got the right plating, it's got accurate stones, and the plates feel fine. It's literally one of the best belts I have in my collection.
Absolutely love that belt.
Yeah. But I say, okay, for while we keep we're going on for an hour. But I say this, Brother Kane.
Okay.
So obviously your favorite character was probably Kane, and my favorite was Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say if we ever did a collab channel, we could call it the YouTube Brothers of Destruction or something like that.
I like it. The YouTube Brothers of Destruction. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Well, hell, we are the YouTube Brothers of Destruction. When we
Yeah.
got a man of DMTombstone belts and Kane. But I guess, but I say this: what was you while you were doing it into watching wrestling? What was your first wrestling video game?
My first wrestling video game was you talk about one that I owned or just played?
Well, what was the well? It could be both, depending on that. What was the
Okay.
first one you played? I'd say if you played it, I assume you owned it too, right?
No. That one, the first one I
Okay.
played was the one that my cousin had, which was WWF SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. That was the very first
Oh,
wrestling game I played.
because I think my first one was actually SmackDown. Just Bring It.
Oh,
Nice,
such that
I
was a good
say
game.
that. Yeah. Well, there was like three different types of SmackDown games. There was
SmackDown.
SmackDown Just Bring It, SmackDown
Yep.
Know Your Role, and SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Or no, there was also Your Mouth, I think.
And then the original WWF SmackDown 2 as well.
Oh yeah, well and then they did SmackDown versus Raw, which then became the
Well,
bigger WWE 2K games. Which I feel like,
exactly.
don't you think they should? Since now they did this brand split up again, don't you think they could? That 2K should own the right to call it now WWE or 2K SmackDown versus Raw
Well,
again. Like I want to see them bring back the vibe to it of SmackDown
I
versus
would
Raw.
love that. I would love for them to do that just one time if they could.
Yeah, which I don't know why they didn't do that because I mean again near the end it's when they brought the brands together and they got rid of ECW. They like 2008 2009. That's when they had like they said now, which is
W.
surprising. Like wow, they did do SmackDown versus Raw versus ECW, but I
Oh,
get the
that'd been
brand that's named after like what was it WWE 12 is
12.
when they
Yep, that's
started.
great.
Yeah, after they got rid of the SmackDown vs. Raw, it's like, man, and it's been over what 14 years now since they had a last SmackDown versus Raw, but it's now kind of feeling that vibe again. Like just
Right.
for once, maybe have like a special like WWE 2K26 SmackDown versus Raw edition.
Exactly.
Like have a
Uh,
cover that says like SmackDown versus Raw. I wouldn't mind that because technically they like that. The brands are split off again. You
right.
know, it doesn't feel like that, but
But still.
Plus, too, I always have that funny vibe where I say it's like history repeats itself. I mean, look at it now. The brand split up again. We have two
Right.
different separate titles. And to
Mhm.
think that the WWE tag titles now on SmackDown, they look awfully familiar, don't they?
They look very
They look
familiar to a
exactly
certain.
like the Ruthless Aggression tags.
Exactly. Exactly
And they're
like that.
five plated too.
Just like the
I'm like,
ruthless aggression.
yeah. The only thing that's missing is like if they painted them blue to match
Yep.
like SmackDown, because I get that. Because they like the Intercontinental title. When it first came out, it was all black. There was no blue white whatsoever. I felt like it was just like a wannabe brother of the undisputed title. But
Yeah,
then when they added blue to it, I
it's
think it looked better when they added the blue to it.
a lot better.
Yeah, and
Very
then they were
unique.
stupid enough to try to resell the belt again on WWE Shop. And it's like, man,
No,
why didn't you just include it in the first place and we didn't have to buy two different versions of the belt?
exactly. So much
I mean,
easier.
now,
But
I mean, then I repainted my IC title. I was like, I'm not going to get another
oh no,
little thicker and all that. So what? It's more accurate when you can just repaint the damn thing and it's still okay, even though the plates are not as thick as the newer version. But I'm like,
it
it's still
still works.
I'm saving money, and why would I need two belts of it?
Right.
I mean,
Makes no
unless you're
sense.
like those big ones, like as I say, unless you're like that one guy on YouTube called Wick Belts, I think his name is. He
Oh
has
yeah,
over
Wick
$100,000, not yet $1 million worth of the belts in his collection.
yeah,
I'm like, man,
tons of them.
I don't even know if I want to go that far
No,
of
I'm not
collecting
going
belts.
there.
All right,
Only
and then
just a
another thing I
month.
want to say, but yeah. So your first game with that was okay. um, How many games of the WWE games have you played? Like from the SmackDowns to the, and of course the WWE from WWE 2K26. Out of all of them, have you played almost every single one of those wrestling games?
Almost all of them. I've played. Let's see, the original WWF SmackDown, WWF Warzone for the Nintendo 64. I played that one. WWF SmackDown
Ah,
2, Know Your Role.
yeah.
Um, I've played WWF SmackDown, Just Bring It, WWF Raw, WWF Raw 2. I played those ones, and then Here Comes the Pain, Shut Your Mouth, and then SmackDown versus Raw, WWE 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I didn't play 19. I didn't play Battlegrounds. I didn't play 20. I played 22, 23, 24. Didn't play 25, and then played 26.
Was there even a 24? Because I don't think they did a WWE 24.
WWE 2K 24
Yeah, I don't think
with
they did that. I played 2K23. I think they skipped 24 to go to 25. Because I know
really.
one of the years they didn't make a game.
I thought that was the one with that had Cody Rhodes on the front of it. Was that not?
No, 25. No, no. What I have 2K20. I think it was there because I played all the WWE games except for one that they didn't have, which was last year's 25. I didn't think they had
Right.
24. I think they skipped that one.
Really? Hmm.
Unless I'm wrong. It's one of the years I know they skipped. But yeah, I haven't played. I played a little bit of Here Comes the Pain and Shut Your Mouth because my buddy had it on his Xbox.
Right.
Yeah, mostly all the WWE SmackDown versus Raws up till even with the WWE 2K. Played
Hmm.
12, 13, all that, except for 25. I haven't played 2K25, but now I am playing 2K26. And I gotta say, it's still I still enjoy the games.
Oh, of
Maybe
course.
and I hear about this, the AEW the
The
AEW came out with a game. I think it's called AEW Fight Forever.
Yep.
I was saying, like, you ever think about trying to play that game?
I've thought about it, and maybe I might somewhere down the road because I played the TNA game that they had too, and I forgot to mention that. I played that one. That one was
Oh,
pretty fun.
well, yeah. I mean, I never played a TNA game, but I assume it was a lot like a WWE SmackDown versus Raw game. Am
Kind
I
of.
right about that? Oh, kind
Kind
of.
of. Yeah, kind of. They didn't. They had limited characters that you could use. They didn't have like the entire roster.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like another thing, like AEW as well. I'm wondering if that one's gonna be the exact same type thing.
That's a good question. I don't know. I also played WWE Crush Hour that they had from I think like 2002. I don't know if you played that
Oh,
one.
oh no, I don't think. Or what about like WWE Legends too? Like
Oh, Legends of WrestleMania. Yes.
yeah, like that one where it's kind of like the WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2009 game. They said like you
Hmm.
add characters from that, but also like do certain
That
things
was
to it. I'm like, first of all, some of the characters' bodies are oddly shaped. They're not the exact same like they would be like realistically.
no,
Like, why
not at
would John
all.
Cena be built up looking like Brock Lesnar, for God's sake, in that?
That I could only ask why. I have no idea.
But then again,
And
W2K did other stuff like that and make characters look like they have big heads, like bobbleheads and stuff like that. I'm like,
oh
okay, I
my
get
god,
that as
yeah.
a gag, but come on. Like, who would want to watch that crap or even want to play it? Like, if you want to play it like that, so you just best bet grab the action figures and play with it. Speaking of,
At that point, might as well.
as I say, have you collected action figures?
Yeah, I don't have any of them though, but I have
There's a
collected
thing.
them.
I got maybe have a couple, but I don't used to collect them, but not as much as like other people do. I was more
Right.
collecting the belts more than the characters
There's,
and other stuff. Like I have some remnants of memorabilia of wrestling. Like I got an Undertaker's toy car they add to the collection. Like that's a rarity thing there. But yeah, like I said, I mostly turn to more of like stuff that I've seen on TV. That's why I say like for me when they do replica belts and I get a replica belt,
mhm.
some of them I want to make it look like they're accurate to the TV one. Like that's why I restone them. I get them re-leathered. Like
Right.
some of them deserve that stuff. And as well, I'm surprised I got a Slammy. I'm surprised I was able to get a Slammy and the Money in the Bank case. But I was
Yeah,
thinking,
where did you get
the
that?
worst thing I hate about WWE Shop when they do that with the replica Money in the Bank case, it ain't
Mhm.
like the gold one from before where it was a metal case. Now all they do is plastic cases. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, they
Like you
could have
call
went
that
back
a
to that.
replica, but it's a plastic one like you do
Yeah.
for a commemorative.
Right. I hate those ones.
I mean, I still have it, but it's like, man, I wish they'd gone back to get a metal one. But I guess they don't do that anymore because the cases they use for them, it's like a hundred
Mhm.
dollar or the $200 briefcase. They have to paint up and make it look like a real one, like a real money in the bank case. It's like, yeah, I can see
But
why. And they're trying to sell it for like $300, and that it's like not a lot of profit.
yeah, so it's like, why not go back to it, even though it may cost about $200 just to make. I mean, it's $1 billion
But the thing,
company.
like,
They can
because a
afford
lot of
that.
people, because I wanted to get the blue version they had there and the gold version to my collection, but it's like I only
Mhm.
need this one, and I had the green one for a while now. I was like, I'm gonna keep that.
Oh yeah, might as well. Shoot, ain't no
Yeah,
point in giving that up.
definitely not. Why would I ever give up a Money in the Bank case?
Exactly. For a guaranteed contract? Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, they don't even have the contracts in the thing anymore.
I know. I was messing around.
I was gonna say, I wish they still did that. Though. I'm like, why did you get rid of it? I get it and on WWE, they don't actually put the contracts in the briefcases anymore. Because
No.
they one time they said when the person accidentally opened up one of the briefcases, there was nothing in the damn thing. I'm like, so the case
What?
itself is the contract.
Wow.
So that's what they say. Like, so they don't ruin the kayfabe thing. Like they said, there's a contract inside. Like, no, the case is the contract.
The contract.
That's
Mm.
why you never see them like open up the case and hand over the contract. No, they just hand the case over. It's like, oh, I get it
That makes
now. The
that makes
briefcase
sense.
is the contract.
Contract. Okay.
That's what I said.
That
But I
yeah.
still say I wish they should have put a contract in that briefcase to make him like
Right.
it was back in the day.
Exactly. Much
Or
more
at least or at
interesting.
least like when they bring out Money in the Bank, it's like, or maybe when Money in the Bank comes about, release some of the like exclusive limited time metal briefcases instead of those plastic ones that everyone wants that is gonna end up getting. And it's like you're just cheaping out. Like you got when people want a replica, they want it to be like a metal briefcase thing. Because when you try to smack someone with with the money to make briefcase, it's not gonna dent. It's gonna crack because it's made out of that cheap ass plastic.
Exactly. It's like, well,
And
there
as
goes
well,
your
like
briefcase.
yeah, that's what I say. Like, and the worst case scenario thing is about not only briefcases, commemorative belts. My thoughts on that? Why?
Thank you.
They're literally just hypened up versions. It's like a step up to the Mattel belts,
Right. That's literally
especially
what
now
it is.
especially now with today's belts that they wear. They put Velcro straps on them.
I hate that they don't do snaps no more.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want my belts to look accurate, and I got some belts that have the Velcro on it, but at least they have the fake snaps on there, so it looks like snaps.
Right.
But when you add Velcro to it, it's basically feeling like the toy belts.
Exactly. That's exactly what it feels like. Even the
At
toy
that
belts didn't
point,
have
like,
Velcro on it.
as I was saying, at this point, what, you're going to make them walk out with the Mattel belts?
I can see that.
But then again, the Mattel belt's so damn small, it'll look like I mean, don't get me wrong, I have belts on in my collection that I feel like the Big Show walking out with the
Oh
belt.
God. Too
I
small on
mean,
that man.
like hell, here's my Mattel world title belt.
Oh goodness, nostalgia.
Yeah, and then this came out 2010, so this is a
Wow.
16-year-old belt.
Oh my God.
And I
Jeez.
sewn an extra leg to it and snaps. I put snaps on it so I could snap it up when the Velcro don't
Oh,
come to. Yeah, I don't even know
but
if this
when,
damn thing will even fit me.
it might be surprised. It might.
Well, let me see. Let me see that. Well, I'll be damned.
It fits.
On the last setting snap, and this thing looks
Wow.
ridiculous. I'm saying,
Wow.
yeah, this
Look at
brings back a
that.
lot of memories. But I'm saying,
Wow.
like, but don't get me wrong, I own a commemorative version of this belt too. And I'm like,
Mhm.
and I gotta tell you, I say the step up from this to the commemorative belt, I mean, it's a start, but you want to have the real deal in metal.
Exactly.
Because
Gotta have
A,
that.
some of the belts, when they're flat and they're made out of plastic, you can't curve them because you risk snapping
No.
them.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's still surprising. 16 years and that belt still fits you.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, well, like this is the Mattel belt. Here's the Jack specific one.
Oh yeah, there's
Already.
that. There it is.
Yeah.
Already the difference.
Yeah. And this one, it don't fit me worth a damn. Look at that. It
No.
won't even
Oh no.
like now I
No.
feel like Andre the Giant or something with this type of belt. I'm like, man, look at this.
Look
My
at that
whole
little.
hand is nearly the main plate itself. This makes me feel like I'm the Big Show with the world title. But
Yep.
this thing, I'm like,
Andre the
man,
Giant
it's
with
like
that
I'm
one.
that or just
Really.
one of the tallest, or that Robert Wadlow guy, the tallest giant that ever lived. But man,
Oh yeah.
like I said, I don't like to think to own these things for years.
That's
That goes
crazy.
by. But yeah, but you see, like many times when I had those kids belts, and some of them, all the belts, the kid belts,
Hmm.
some of them were not even accurate as well. Because like, imagine
No.
like the Intercontinental title or the U.S. title, if it's a kids belt, it's missing a couple plates. It's a 5-plater belt, but all they have is 3.
Three.
And that's why I said many
Yep.
times I had to add them myself, and it's like to make it more accurate. And I hate that type of stuff.
Oh yeah. But
Like,
even as kids, we didn't really think too much of that either.
well, no, definitely not. I mean, hell, there's still some like I said, like there's some belts in my collection that are valuable ones, like the Smoking Skull I have. That's
Mhm.
actually a WWF version. I don't really touch up much. I leave it left alone because it's a rare type of belt and it's a big piece of my collection.
Right.
But I say like for me, I compare it to collecting more like real belts now. And that's another thing like WWE Shop needs to do. They could go as far beyond of King Signature Series belts and all that, but I feel
Yeah.
like they need to have a bigger collection or extension of their sales. Like maybe bring out a big green belt to honor the like a certain history of someone or
Hmm.
the Crumb. I mean, they have a Crumb Big Gold, but they don't sell like a Backlund belt. They don't sell the Hogan 85 belt. They have an 86, but not an 85 or 84 or the big green. Like, bring those belts out to celebrate like a certain anniversary or something. Because
Right.
like, how's anyone going to have a complete history of the WWE belts when you don't even sell them?
Exactly. And I
They
don't
did.
know.
They got did. Even the hardcore belts, many times they have. It's like it's not as accurate to the real thing.
No, nowhere close to it.
I mean, there's sometimes they came real close, but many times you just have to make it yourself or get a bootleg version of it.
That's the problem.
Because the original Jack Specific version, the tip was like a curve. I'm like, what the hell is that? And it had like this. It had too much red into it, not much like the real belt was on TV. And it
Exactly.
was the plates were oddly shaped and stuff. Then when they
I don't.
they and then when they brought it back, it looked much more closer to the real thing.
Right.
But the problem was the duct tape. It said WWE.
E.
It was never a WWE when that title belt was around. It was WWF. But I get it why they couldn't call it WWF because they changed the name to WWE and they can't use WWF.
Right.
At least leave it blank then if you can't use the thing, or just have
Exactly.
WW on it.
Made it much more easier.
Like yeah, say like leave a WW on it. Don't put the F on there. We could do that ourselves with a Sharpie marker. There we go.
Exactly.
And now with the newer hardcore title they add, which I don't even think it's on shop no more. That
No,
one I
probably
say is a
not.
little bit better. Only problem is thing is these replicas, they're missing one thing.
Which is the.
Like, well, like I say to people,
Mhm.
yeah, let me tell you.
All right.
Like, I got my own hardcore title right here.
Okay.
Obviously, I try to make it looks almost as close to the real deal as possible. Problem is
Hmm.
that most of these replicas are missing is this particular plate, the
Oh, the
property
WF
plate.
Championship property
Yeah,
plate.
they
Yep.
don't have that on the replicas. Or if they did, they leave it blank.
Right.
Like it was early years of the WWF Hardcore title. Many times they fell off. But I tell people when Road Dogg had this title or when Mankind had this title, many times you see this plate there. It was here. But many times most people that make the belt, they don't have it there. I'm like, you guys are forgetting that plate used to be there. And I know because
Exactly.
there's photos of it. And that's why I said when I made my hardcore title, I'd make it as realistic as possible. And I never had that type of plate. And I say I think ECW #1, now known as Paul Martin Belts, he made a wooden belt that had that plate. And I was like, okay,
Hmm.
wasn't there ever one on that? And found out there was. And of course, another thing, when WWE in WWE video games, they have the spinner belt, but
Yep.
the problem is it has the Monday Night Raw plate on it. Every
Oh
single one
yeah.
of them. I'm thinking, okay, maybe back in the day I keep having the Monday Night Raw plate, but when it's like 2K26 and then they have that championship, you can't just have a WWE champ on both sides like the
Right.
real
Like
belt did. And the belt and the main plate is curved. I'm like, that's a spare belt. The spare belt's supposed to be flat, and you're making it curved.
I don't get it.
I'm saying,
I don't get it.
I mean, I can see. I mean, then again, I'm thinking, man, what type of graphics or company that makes things that do that type of stuff? I remember
You'd be
back in the
surprised.
day on one of the SmackDown vs. Raw games, you could actually make the spinner spin by just holding a
Which
button and it
was
spins on its own.
What was it? Oh six, oh
I forget.
seven.
I think it might be one. It was one of the SmackDown versus Raws that made you able to do that. And that, I mean, that was cool. Wish they still had
Yeah,
that ability to do that for the spinner. But then again,
I
it looked
agree.
kind of stupid when it spins on a curved plate. I'm like, how is it even doing that?
It's like, nah, just leave it. Just leave it like it is.
Yeah.
But I'll be right back.
All right, no problem, man. Wow, we're going on for an hour and a half.
For real.
Well, guys, I guess it'll be back in a bit, but me, I'm gonna try to get back to doing this WWE stuff. Right now, I'm on universe mode, and matchup with Carmelo Hayes versus Mike.
Ooh. All
All right,
right,
guys, I'm
I'm
back.
back.
You, you there, brother Kane?
Yeah, I'm. Yep, all good.
Uh, yeah, sorry about that. I was checking up my messages and thinking I messed up something. But anyway, as I was saying, like some games, I like how they had some of the brought some of the stuff back. Like I think I forgot which game was it they brought back hair versus hair. Only problem was they walk out in the entranceway and they have like a full on perm. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, what? I don't remember which one that was either.
Yeah. Or like the pajama prison. Like I
Oh
don't think
man,
they had the pajama. And the only thing was
the
it was
Punjabi
exclusive
prison.
to a certain console. Like I think it was the PlayStation that had that where you could use the pajama prison match to bury the live match and the hair versus hair match. But the
Yes,
Xbox never had that. I'm like, man, that is stupid. It should be for all consoles, man.
you know how that is, especially with Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, at least now for this game, for 26, they brought out the dumpster match. They have like the backstage
Mhm.
brawls, the casket match. I wish they should have kept like also brought out the buried alive. They even have a new one, like the War Games match. I'm surprised they do that
Oh yeah,
one.
and I love that scrapyard match they have too as well backstage. Which I thought was pretty cool that they added in.
Yeah, they had a ton of backstage stuff.
I'm like, okay, this is definitely a big improvement. But
Yeah, let me
so I
just
had,
get into the damn ring.
you know,
Get
okay.
my
So
character
I
going
had
in
this
the ring.
prototype shirt made, and this is for my ninth year of doing YouTube. So I don't know if you'll be able to see much of it, but this is the prototype shirt that I have made.
Oh
The
wow. Yeah, pretty cool. I mean, damn, better than my shirt. Day, my shirt's so generic, and I'm surprised that I got work. But hey, this was a gift from my brother's girlfriend. They're like,
oh
hey, I got
wow.
my own branding shirt now. Basically, I
So
made
that
my
one
own character on WWE with this type of shirt. I'm like, man, now I basically think I got to turn this into like its own branding. Except
might
I don't have
have
to
to
worry
because
about
I'm
copyrights or that because everything here is generic.
exactly. So this one I'm gonna have on my YouTube short tomorrow. So if I can get this to a certain amount of views, I want to, kind of have my own shop and put that on there for people to buy and get if they want it to show support for my channel.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So, like, I'd say pretty good, man. I think you've done this thing for 9 years. And how many subscribers have you have right now?
So 1,177 subscribers right now.
Wow. Uh, Over 1,100 subscribers. I think I'm getting close to 900. I'm hoping to build up more on my channel. And with you, and of course, it's really hoping that we all work together. There's not many of a wrestling favorite, like,
YouTubers.
YouTubers out there that make it big. Like I get like there's Steven Hammer, there's Hazard at Five, there's Paul Martin, like all of them are wrestling related.
Yeah,
But then again, it's like there's a bigger community that do stuff with wrestling, like involved with games and stuff like that. And
I
there's
think we're the
people
only
like
two that
us,
does
and
it.
it's like we want to try to build up big in this community.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
It's like me, I want to show off more of my stuff, like most people, they can make homemade belts, but it's like you haven't made a homemade belt like mine. And I want to try to see that because now it's like you look up homemade belts, chances are you're going to see one of my videos on
Most of
YouTube.
them, mainly, or at least a good bit of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I've done a lot of stuff like that. I already have a couple firsts on my own channel alone. Like first guy to show off a homemade European belt, I could claim that. I
Yes.
mean, I don't know about homemade light heavyweight belt, but maybe I could claim that. First one to show off an AEW national belt. Because there's nobody that shows
Yeah.
off a national belt on YouTube. I'm the first one for that. Dex says I'm the first.
There you go.
Because there's been many people that
I
have done
not
other
want to.
stuff. But I was like, if I be a first at something, that's something great about it.
Oh
And
yeah,
really, I will.
absolutely.
Like for me, I got my own job and I do this as a hobby. Like I don't see this as being something big. Like, do I see myself being like another big YouTuber? Probably not. But if I could at least have my stuff out there and people see me and do stuff like this and like, hey, I know this guy. This guy's something. At least that means a lot to me and means a
Right.
lot to anybody to be known that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
But wow,
Definitely a lot for
hour
me
and a
for
half.
sure.
I'm surprised I've made it this far with you because I think I've chatted up with a lot of people on this and like Stephen Hammer, we chatted for 2 hours and I'm pretty sure that I would be happy to try to do this collaboration again. If not yet, we could try to do some gameplay if we're able to make that possible. I mean, I'm not sure if you have an
I'm.
Xbox or that.
No, I actually have PC.
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't have a PC, man. I'm like, but I'd say if it was ever possible, I'd say, yeah, we could
We
do
can.
up a gaming collaboration if we could.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
perfect if we were able to. Absolutely.
yeah, but yeah,
But
like
I'm.
us at WWE 2K26 on the online mode, a tag team match, Tombstone belts and Brother Kane versus anyone that comes up and we become the champions. Like that type of vibe, but yeah, I
That'd be
say,
great.
and okay, let's try to do a couple questionings here before we maybe I call it an end of the day. But
All right.
obviously, you've been a fan since you were little, and you've been collecting belts and you played the games. Have you been to any WWE?
Not growing up. No, I've not been to not one event or pay per view at all.
Wow, wow, that's saying a lot, man. Because I've been to a few. I've been to a few a lot. Because I've been to a Saturday main event before WrestleMania 22. I've been to that one. That was my first pay per view. Seeing the
Mhm.
Undertaker tombstone Davari on the casket, that was something.
That
I
was
tell you,
that was a good
where I was
match.
sitting, even though it was like a nosebleeds, those
Hmm.
flames were hot.
Ooh,
I'm thinking this
boy.
the pyro was like what 500 yards away from where I was sitting, and
Oh,
and
you can
it
still
felt like
do
someone was just blowing a flamethrower in my face.
it.
I've been to a couple WWE lives. I've been to a Raw. I've been to a SmackDown. I've been to a Hell in a Cell, and I've been to a SummerSlam. But I'm saying like the one thing for anyone's dream to go to a WrestleMania event, it's definitely one of
Yes.
them. And I'd say if they ever bring WrestleMania back to Detroit, I definitely will go. I don't care. I would want to go to a WrestleMania.
Oh, of course. If they have it there or North Carolina, absolutely.
Yeah. Now let's say like, and as well, wrestling conventions like you go to meet wrestlers. Have you ever met any? Have you ever gone to any of them that have met wrestlers?
Yes. Been. I think the first one I went to was around 20. I think 2022.
Ah, okay. As I say, I think that was around the exact same time I was starting to go around. I think during the time of the after the pandemic is when I started meeting wrestlers. Like my first wrestler was Kevin Nash.
Wow.
I said, like, who was the first wrestler you met?
So the first wrestler I met, surprisingly, was Kane.
It was Kane. Because the thing is, I
Yep.
wish I was gonna meet Kane as well, but I guess the time come and go. But I was like, I bet you we'll run in. Hopefully, we'll run into Kane and meet him. I wish to run in to meet with Undertaker, but I don't know if he ever
Yeah.
comes about.
Not that I know of. At least not at all. I met the Hardys. Awesome
Oh
guys.
yeah, I met them. They were cool guys. I met Matt twice before I
Same.
met him with his brother Jeff. Matt was an okay, cool dude.
I don't
Like I
know.
actually met him with my brother, and it's like, yeah, this is my brother. It's like if I ever met like them, it's like, yeah, we're one of like five, like six brothers in that. I'm like, we're like literally another version of the Von Erichs. The only thing is, I'm the more into wrestling, while everyone else is different.
Gotcha. Hmm. Yeah, met them. Mick Foley, of course. I met him. Great guy. Uh, Austin Aries. Met him. Great guy. And he's TNA, of course. This was at the
Yeah,
point where I had contemplated suicide too, as well. So
yeah.
he was very intrigued with the
Well,
fact that I was dressing up.
I heard a lot. There was a lot of problems with Austin Aries, though. That's the reason why he's not in
Really?
WWE no more. But
Oh
as
yeah.
I was saying, he's an okay guy.
Hmm?
Because I
Oh
heard
yeah.
about a lot of allegations with him. That's the reason why he was not in WWE that long.
Oh no. Like when I met him, he was cool, chilled, relaxed, nice guy.
Yeah. Because I say I met Mick Foley. He was a cool guy.
Oh yeah.
I say like they say he's a nice, cool, chill guy. Uh, I met Jerry. Like I said, I met Jerry King Lawler. He was a cool guy. Ric Flair. I met him twice. I met Sergeant Slaughter. He was a okay guy. He was a big
Yeah.
dude too.
Yeah.
And
I
that's the
seen
thing.
him
When
too
you
as
meet
well.
these guys, when you meet these wrestlers, you don't when you see them on TV, but when you meet them in person, you look at them and like, damn,
Right.
they're
That's
huge.
exactly what.
Like I met Booker T, and that guy dwarfed over me, and I'm nearly like six. I'm like 5'10", 5'11". This guy stands over me. I'm like, I didn't think these guys were that
Goodness.
big. Like I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, holy shit, this guy's tall. But yeah, like I met them, and I say it's like it's good to meet fellow wrestlers. Like RVD was a laid back guy too. I say
Oh,
he's a cool, chill guy. And yet my brother's
absolutely.
like, wish could have smoked a doobie with him. I was like, man, come on. First of all, try not to get caught here.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you
I
got
would
a
say
lot of
definitely
people
probably worth
too.
it. I would say if I ever smoked, which I don't, and I don't recommend that. But if I
Absolutely
ever
not.
had
But
to, if it's a one time thing, I wouldn't mind with RVD. It's like saying, would you rather have a beer with Stone Cold Steve Austin? Like,
yes,
hell yeah, I
each
wouldn't mind
one.
having a beer.
Yeah, as long as I don't get stunted. Although it'd be an honor too.
Well, Dave, if you get stunned, hey, it's still more of an honor. But I'm saying, hey,
Oh yeah.
like people of ECW, like they say, the Sandman came out. You're wearing a Sandman shirt. They were gonna pour beer down your throat. Be like, first thing he had, like I seen that video on Dark Side of the Ring. He asked him how old he is, and if he's old enough to drink, they'll just pour it down his throat. I'm like, tell me that more of an honor of anything to go to an ECW event to have beer poured down
ECW.
your throat by the Sandman.
That'd be
It's
weird.
like, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a beer with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I tried Hulk Hogan's beer, even though I'm not a fan of light beer.
You like
I'm
it?
not even a beer drinker myself. I don't usually like beer. I'm mostly like the whiskey type guy. But I don't drink that much anymore.
Okay.
But like I said, like anything for true wrestling fans, like to meet the wrestlers. But imagine to be like do something you normally wouldn't do. Like, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a beer with Stone Cold. And it's like if I ever make like Undertaker, he has like a shot, and I'm like, I don't mind a shot of whiskey with the Undertaker. I'm like, hey, I'm
Oh yeah.
taking a few back with the dead man. And
Would
like I
not
said,
mind that at
Undertaker's been
all.
my idol since day one. I remember him when I was watching him when he was actually into this biker form. But then when he became the
Oh
dead man, I was
wow.
like, wonder why he was like that. Then I watched more of the early years of him being the dead man. I'm like, okay, I still like the vibe of the guy. And that's
Oh
one of the
yes,
reasons why I was
really good.
also a big fan of horror movies. Because, like I said, when he talked to Stone Cold, he said his character is more like a Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees type of guy. And that's the
Yes.
thing. I've met Michael Myers and in my previous conventions. Like I met James Drew Courtney, who played Michael in the Halloween movies, and I recently met
Ah,
Nick Castle. And I gotta say, like I never thought I would do stuff like this back then when I was a kid. I'm telling you the truth. I want to tell you. Okay, well, let me ask you this:
yeah.
if you were able to go back to talk to your and tell them exactly what you would do in your life, what would be the one thing he would for the knowledge you know now, and let alone what would you say to him knowing what you know now? Like, just what would you tell your younger self, basically, if you had the ability to go back to talk to you, like your kid version of you that started watching wrestling?
Man, I honestly, there really wouldn't be too much I tell them except for just be yourself. Have fun, enjoy it. Because one of these days, you can you'll probably end up having this huge YouTube channel, and my younger self would never obviously think of that. But don't let people discourage you from doing what you want to do. And I've had that happen before. I have had people tell me, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. Don't do this." And it's like, don't worry about that. Do what you love to do. Do what you have a passion for, and go for it.
Yeah, I'd say that's good advice because I'd say I'm pretty sure of it. My younger self, like the young me from Michigan, I go to him and be like, you have a creativity and skills at artwork, and you're a big fan of wrestling. Eventually, one day, you're gonna be chatting up with YouTubers on a YouTube channel. You're gonna create things that most people will not do, and of course, you'll get a chance to meet WWE wrestlers that you always seen on TV but never had a chance to meet. And I'm pretty sure that he
Exactly.
would look at me and be like, "Man, you must be out of your mind to think that I'm gonna do all of this." And yet, doing it and be like, "Man, you proved me wrong." Be like, like my younger self would be shocked. Be like, wow, you actually did all of that.
Right. Exactly.
And I think
Like
it's like tell them, like, man, don't don't change who you are. Literally,
no.
when they tell you gotta be this and that, you
Hmm.
forget. You gotta tell them. God made the mold of me, and He broke the mold. There's nobody
Yep.
like you. There's nobody like anybody else, and you don't want to be like everybody else.
No.
Maybe
Not
some
at
people
all.
may not like you for who you are, but it's because the fact you're different. It's because you're trying to go against the grain. But you know what? Going against the grain is eventually what's going to make you much different than everybody else and make you a better person. It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, like this. I have a room cluttered with belts now, but you know what? Some of the belts is things I made out of my own bare hands, and they look absolutely beautiful. There, I'm pretty sure I would not have a SmackDown tag belt if I didn't think about making it.
Right.
It looks as good as a replica, or if not yet the real deal. My creativity skills would have been stuck to like the European belt on a bunch of flat plates on cardboard and duct tape. Now they almost look as good as real plates.
Literally.
Like if I didn't tell myself to keep stepping your game up, to do better, to do more for it, I know eventually now I will work on more to make it like I'm gonna probably eventually start using real leather for these belts.
Oh, of course.
I'm eventually gonna start doing a lot more for my channel, and I'm gonna try to make my channel grow. I want to do more. I want to pass that 1,000 subscriber mark and do more for my channel. And I know like for others, it's like, well, most people they would do it like on a digital camera and do all editing and software stuff like that. I'm like, well, I'm not like that. I'm just a
Yeah.
simple guy. I do my YouTube videos off my phone, and I still get my most viewed video on my channel was me showing off my home homemade belt collection, or most of all my belt collections, and that was done on a simple phone like this.
Literally.
And now with phones that are literally have 4K cameras and that, like sooner or later you're not gonna need like a camera and a laptop to edit videos and stuff like that.
No, not really.
And as I tell people, I'm not trying to be a big YouTuber. I'm just a guy that's doing this just for fun, to enjoy myself, and to show off my creativity. If
That's
I
it.
make it big in YouTube, then I did it my way. I'll be happy with that. But am I trying to
Same.
be like the next big Mr. Beast or stuff like that? No,
No.
because the guys got money, they got time, they got all the skills to edit videos and stuff like that. Me, I'm just a simple guy that does vlogs and does to show off my creativity skills, and maybe a couple times say a couple jokes, a few things here and there. But to
Right.
tell you the truth,
Exactly.
as long as you be yourself and you do what you want to do, and people enjoy what for you being you, that's what's gonna make your day a lot better. That's what I say to everyone.
And I agree with
And
you
if I
100%.
yes, and if I would say to advice to if you want to give anyone advice of them trying to be a YouTuber, I'd say, or yeah, want to create content for YouTube, what would you give them? What would be the advice you give them?
Um, Best advice I can give to anybody: do what you feel would be good for content for you. Don't do it just to see how many people view your video. Because I've been that person. It's like, what
And
does the
like
audience
riding the
want?
vibe of like the common things that happen, like reaction
Yeah,
videos, prank videos,
yeah.
like
It's like,
don't
don't do that.
go with the flow.
No, do your own thing. Do what you like, only you,
Yeah.
and other people will join in too. Because there are people just like you who like the same exact thing. So that would be my advice. Do what only makes you happy if you're going to be a YouTuber.
As I'm saying, like many times people make it big off things that didn't become popular. Like
Yep.
who was the first person to do a gameplay video? I'm pretty sure no one would even know that, but now everybody
Nope.
does it.
Exactly.
Or
But like
like
you were saying,
boxing videos and stuff like that. Like no, like who was the first person to do that? And I'm pretty sure nobody knows, but yet everybody does it. It's like because it was like a decade ago since they did the vines. They did now they have their own app for that called TikTok.
yep,
And it's like you gotta do something different. Well,
and do it like you were saying. Yeah, do it your way.
that's what I said. Like maybe you may not make it big down the line, but yet if you want to be big, you just got to know the people. You just got to know what is good, what is big for YouTube, or what's
Yep.
good on. And if you are good at it, all means do it. And just be
Exactly.
yourself. Don't try to be like a
Yep.
wannabe other YouTuber. Like for me, like I call myself DMTombstone Belts, and it sounds a lot like a guy called Hazard F5. And it's like no, or like I'm trying to sound like a CM Punk or something like that. Like no,
Right. No, not at all.
like no. I call myself DM Tombstone Belts because DM could be Detroit made. I'm not in Detroit, but it's
Right.
more like my initials. And then Tombstone because I'm a fan of the Undertaker,
Thank you.
and I'm like, and two, I have that vibe of darkness and horror stuff. So I'm like, yeah, man. That's why I call this room. I used to call it the Dan Cave, but I like to call it the Mausoleum.
Okay.
I think
I like.
that's what I tell people. Like because before when my old apartment burned down, I called it the Dan Cave.
Ah.
But I'm like thinking I gotta change the name to it, like because it adds more vibe to it. I think I like to call it the Mausoleum because my family
Hmm.
called it like a call my room a wrestling museum. Like, I think I like to call it the Mausoleum.
It's a lot better. It has a better ring to it.
Yeah, but like I tell people, it's like yeah, it's just gotta be you. Like for me, I call
Yep.
myself DM Tombstone Belts because I'm a man with the belts. I
There
don't
you
make.
go.
I mean, I don't make like belts like Paul Martin who does re leather work, plating, and all that type of stuff. I'm nowhere near there yet.
Right.
But I call myself that because I have a belt collection and I make homemade belts that look absolutely beautiful.
There
And
you
I
go.
gotta say, I have collabed with many other YouTubers as well. Like I said, I tell people, my advice to them, you, you just put your stuff out there and let's see how it goes.
Yep.
And
There you
for
go.
me, I'm surprised I made it big. I mean, as big as I made it now. The fact that I didn't even get my first 100 subscribers until like what, 3 years into YouTube,
That's
and it was
crazy.
after, and I think and it's because of one YouTuber was a big YouTuber back in the day.
Hmm.
It was like back in it was like what 2017, yeah. So literally, it was literally the beginning of my YouTube channel. I didn't. I mean, for like a year or so, I did not do anything channel until belt to a fellow YouTuber. He showed it off
Right.
to my video. I mean, on a video, and everyone was hitting me up like, "Yo, look, this guy showed off your belt on his channel." I looked it up. Next, you know, I started hearing people like, "Hey, you gotta. This guy wants to talk to you." And like, if you heard about like, Grandpa, one of the big YouTuber legends out there, the late great Angry
Right.
Grandpa. His own son has a channel, Kid Behind the Camera. He reviewed my belt on his channel. And after that, I have my own Twitter account, which now is called X. It's because the fact I did that, I started to get my channel started to grow. But I'm not telling people it's like you gotta go out and hit and talk to fellow YouTubers and hopefully they can give you an itch in that. Like, no, don't do that.
Right.
Sometimes it may all it does is help you gets that ride, all it makes
Mhm.
a ride along for YouTubers that hopefully they give you a little bit of a help. But
Help.
I say you don't want to ask for help. I just did that just because I like the guy and I like I tell people, if you guys enjoy content for I don't talk to other people because hey, I just wanted to chat with people like you. I I I've heard about you. You heard about me. I'm like, I want to talk to this guy, see how it's like. We're big, huge wrestling fans. We enjoy playing video games. Like, it's like I'm not chatting to you because I want to have some of your subscribers look at me. I'm like, no, I just want to chat with this guy because he's cool. Like Steven Hammer too. Like I chat with him because me and him are big fans. Like having you guys help me out. I mean, it does help me out, but I'm not saying to tell people. My advice is to go up, look for other YouTubers to give you a hand. No,
No.
you don't ask for a handout. Your best bet, you work your way up on your channel, and then if you like the people and you maybe they could give you a shout out and they will make you build up your channel. Well, it means try that. But I'm not
Yep.
saying do it all the time because then next you know it just looks like you're riding on the guy's jock or something. Don't want to do that
Exactly. No.
because many times it could come back and bite you in the ass.
Oh,
Because
real
maybe
quick
something
too.
like that YouTuber you like did something bad that makes his channel go dead, and then next you know everyone's starting to look at you like you've been rocking with this guy, and it makes you think like no, nothing like that. That's why I said I don't chat much with Kid Behind the Camera and all them, but like I said,
Mhm.
I give them a shout out because after all, if it wasn't for Kid Behind the Camera, I'm pretty sure that I would not have my first 100 subscribers within that year alone, and then it got
Right.
bigger and bigger. And now here I am, close on the urge of 900, I'm and now my room is literally so clustered with belts I can barely sleep on my own bed. I'm running out of space here. I gotta maybe invest in trying to put more poles up on the ceilings like in my old room.
Oh boy. Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting to see. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I have to start heading out to go to a friend's house.
Yeah,
So
I'm pretty sure I
it was
better get
great
off
chat.
too because I think we're going on for 2 hours. So anyway, I'm gonna end the stream right here. Well, anyway, guys, thank you, brother Kane, for being a part of this live stream and great for the collaboration. And I can't wait till we do this again. So guys,
Oh,
check
same.
out his channel called Brother Kane. He does video game stuff, live streams, and does a lot of things involving wrestling. Check him out. And of course, you guys know about me. Check out other people like check out Dex, check out Steven Hammer, check out Pez's channel. They all do wrestling related as well. Thank you guys so much, and thank you all for the likes. Looks like we got about 3 or 4 likes or so. Again, shout out to Brother Kane. Check them out. And as well, if you guys are new to my channel, want to know what I'm all about, especially with all these belts behind me right there, check out my main channel. I did a room tour video recently, yesterday. Check that out. So like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And again, guys, make sure you ring that notification bell so when you guys do, the match will start. I'm just kidding. No match is going to start. But I'm saying ring that notification bell so you guys be notified when we do live streams and, of course, fellow videos, which obviously I'm going to do another one tomorrow around the exact same time at noon. I don't know if we may get Brother Kane on here or not, but if we do, all means. But again, shout him out. Thank you again, Brother Kane. Anyway, don't forget to follow me on my social media, like on Instagram at DME96, and as well on Instagram again. On X at DMTombstone96. I may post stuff there before I post stuff here on YouTube. And Brother Kane, you got anything you want to tell them as well? If you want them to follow you?
Like I said, subscribe to my channel if you want to check out wrestling complet or content, Kane content, any sort of wrestling thing that I do on there. You can check it out. It is Brother Kane, and like I said before, I'll have my YouTube short up tomorrow for the 9th anniversary of my channel with this shirt that I have made. So definitely check it out, and maybe somewhere down the road, maybe another week or two from now, we'll probably do another YouTube Brothers of Destruction live stream here. So definitely check us out.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I'm DM Tombstone Belts, and this is Brother Kane. And for DM Tombstone Live, signing off. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.
See ya.
All right, now if I exit. All right.